Out there in the wide sea, off the coast of Punta Mala, something or someone is lurking. Nobody knows what it is. Its skin is very thin and almost transparent, like the bell of a jellyfish. Sometimes it floats a little, and sometimes it sinks under the waves, waiting for its next victim.
Héctor, wake up!
Yell the friends of a young camp's Ridley sea turtle, but she doesn't seem to hear them. Héctor languishes as if lost in an endless question, still not knowing what happened to her. Not daring to swim or sink into the sea, her little eyes barely open, as if trying to say something through her sad gaze. She is barely breathing and can no longer speak.
Héctor, please tell us what's happening to Héctor.
Old and wise, Aunt Toidle examines the little turtle with a lot of patience, but without much hope.
There is nothing we can do, my little ones.
Her voice trembles.
Héctor has seen the ghost of Punta Mala, and it has stolen the power of her heart. She doesn't have many heartbeats left.
Her friends surround her with all the love in the world, caressing her olive green shell while Héctor seems to say goodbye in silence. Little by little her eyes dim, and Héctor is gone forever to turtle heaven.
It can't be! It just can't be!
Her little friends cry inconsolable, and their tears flood the ocean. Excuse me for starting the story in such a sad way, but sometimes the things that happen make it very difficult to get to the happy part.
Is there something we can do? Some kind of magic? A mighty wave of love!
Little our turtle exclaims in a burst of excitement. It sounds crazy, but turtles don't really care much about that word. What is certain is that they never give up.
We still don't know what to do,
replies Aunt Toidle.
It's something we've never seen before. All we know is that last week this thing appeared to 2 others, then to another one so far this week. Well, we have to find out,
concludes Victoitle resolutely.
Yes, we're going out into sea and we're going to stand guard and we're going to ask that cheeky ghost what's wrong with him.
Her best friend Lillytoitle continues.
We'll make him explain why he has to mess with us, 'cause we haven't done anything to him.
They say that the ghost of Punta Mala is really not from the sea. They say that it comes from inland, where humans live, that humans are like long, skinny turtles who get around in shells with wheels, and that they come out of their shells to go to supermarkets to buy things. The things they buy, they put back in their shells with wheels, and there, wrapping all those things, go the ghosts. But why do humans do that? Don't look at me, I'm just telling the story. The only ones who have seen this happen are the stuffed turtles that play with the monkeys and the frogs on the toy shelves, and they haven't been able to explain anything either. The thing is, humans make these gigantic piles of everything they have left over, and they are supposed to send the ghosts there too. But you can't imagine how slippery these ghosts are. Many of them escape, roll on the ground, or get washed away by a downpour, what do I know, until they fall into some river and another river, and finally they end up in the big river of crocodiles, which give them a whip with their tails and send them all the way down to the sea. Speaking of the sea, it turns out that Lillytoitle and Victoitle did go to stand guard, watching for any unusual shadow, any suspicious movement, a long time during the day and another little time at night, and the next day also, until finally...
There it is! There it is! Let's
I see it. Or maybe not anymore. Oh, now I do. Well, I don't know what it is. It's the ghost. Ah, yes, right. But let's go a tiny bit closer just to make sure. Are you sure? Well, of course not. That's why I want to get closer. Ah, don't be such a dumb turtle. I mean, are you sure you want to get any closer to such a dangerous thing? Ah, well, what choice do we have? If we don't, then we'll never know what it is.
And so, little by little, very carefully, they went closer and closer.
You see? You're the dumb turtle. This is no ghost. It's just a jellyfish. Kinda weird, but still yummy. I'm gonna eat it now. Chomp!
Victoitle took a good bite because turtles love eating jellyfish, but as she tried to gulp down the chunk she bit, it went still stuck to the whole thing.
Quite a chewy jellyfish this one is.
Victoitle kept on fighting it down. She bit another chunk and shook it side to side, then tried to swallow again until all of a sudden she realized it was turning out to be too difficult to eat this bag. I mean, this jellyfish. Oh, what am I saying?
No!
Lillytoitle shouted.
Stop! It really is a ghost. You're eating the ghost of Punta Mala. Spit it out! Spit it out! It will stop your heart.
It was too late. Victoitle could no longer get rid of it or continue swallowing. She flapped her fangs in bewilderment, trying to back up, but to no avail. Desperate, Lillytoitle hit her shell as hard as she could, but alas, what a hard shell some turtles have! She swam under and crashed into her chest, but nothing. The ghost was winning the battle. Lillytoitle then pulled back a little to grab some momentum and launched herself at the ghost, dragging it with all her strength until she finally managed to get it out of Victoitle's mouth.
Ah, help! Get it off me!
Now it was Lillytoitle who was entangled in the ghost, but luckily she hadn't bitten it. Victoitle, regaining her strength, approached them carefully and pushed the ghost away. There stood the ghost, as if nothing had happened, waiting for the next fight. The two friends moved away to a safe distance and went out to breathe a little and calm down.
That is not a jellyfish. I don't think so either. We better get out of here. This place gives me chills and cramps.
Those are the only two turtles I know that have been able to see the ghost of Punta Mala so closely and come out alive. Aunt Turtle, so worried about them, saw them coming back and welcomed them with a big hug.
Aunt Turtle, we saw the ghost. It looks like a jellyfish, but it is not. I tried to eat it and I almost choked on it.
That's what's been happening to all the others.
We must explain to them that there are these things wandering around which look like jellyfish, but they're not, and that if you eat them, things go very badly for you. But what are they, and how do you tell them apart?
You and I already know that. Turtles still have a hard time figuring it out. But Victoitle and Lillytoitle, who already had an idea and are also great travelers, went on a trip as far as their fins could take them to tell all their brothers and sisters what they had learned so far. Over time, the story of the ghost of Punta Mala spread through all the seas like the giant wave that our turtle dreamed of. It may not be enough, but at least now many of us are also looking for ways to not leave so many of these little ghosts out there scaring the world we live in. And that's what we need for this story to have a happy ending.